just about 8 points shy of the 52-week highs as well. There is momentum out here in NMDC. There is, of course, momentum across the metal space, but more so in NMDC. There's news in Jubilant Live. We'll discuss that. But just while we do that, Kunal Bothra, come in on NMDC. I don't know if we've already discussed this with you, but really strong up move that started in late trade yesterday on that announcement and continuing today. How much more for NMDC?
Yeah, Neeraj, discussing this with Aisha only just a few minutes back, looking extremely good on short-term charts, managing to give confirmation of breakouts almost on a regular basis. Very similar chart structure, if I have to place, very similar chart structure to MOIL. The stock was trading very well from, I think September, October odd month, went to a consolidation, but the consolidation was also extremely bullish in nature, good consistency in volume. So a lot of positives coming across on NMDC's chart, and this swing breakout of 130, 132 odd is just a confirmation that the chart is ready to go on the upside once again. So bullish on NMDC. As I said earlier, that the stock could probably retest its previous high, which I think is closer to 146, 147 odd mark.
Okay, Jubilant Life, of course, is a stock which is in focus as well, up 4% now on that announcement that they've announced signing of long-term contracts in the radio pharma business. That stock is up 4%. But let's go across to Mr. Ayash Jha, Chairman of POWERGRID, who joins us right now on the show to talk about the commencing of the projects as well and talk about the broader picture. Good having you, Mr. Jha. Thanks for joining in. Your second largest project, which is Champa Kurukshetra, costing $2 billion, is set to commission in a week's time. How will this project aid growth?
Actually, the Champa Kurukshetra line is our prestigious project. It is the plus minus 800 kV, 6,000 megawatt. Okay? And it will transfer power 6,000 megawatt from Champa in Chhattisgarh to Kurukshetra in Haryana. And actually, it is being constructed under two phases. And phase 1 is already under construction. Phase 2 is also under construction. The total cost of the project, I think, is near about 10,000 crores or 10,000 approximately. It is and that the first part of this, which will cost around 6,500 crores, is likely to commission in this week, in a week time. So that's why the addition of this not only give additional capitalization of 6,000 crores, but it will boost the power supply to northern region. Because there's a lot of generation in Chhattisgarh. They have signed the PPA with different states of northern regions. They will transfer the power. And that's why it is a very good project, excellent project. The second part of the first phase will be likely to be commissioned by April. And that's why by end of this year or by April, near about, will commission about 8,000 crores.
Right. Mr. Jha, the Honorable Power Minister has said that POWERGRID should, sell small stakes at project levels to investors. What is the progress on the same?
No, actually what the Honorable Minister was saying, that if you are shortage of money, there's a lot of investment is required to be done. POWERGRID can grow worldwide, and the funding can be done by some putting the asset in the InvIT, etc., which was the model. And for that, there will be regulatory issue or anything issues, because POWERGRID, all the assets are regulatory assets, most of the assets. And some are under tariff bidding, but mostly it is a tariff bidding. And that's why they are saying that this option should be ready. Suppose there is some opportunity comes for investment, why not to go for that? And that's why it is a good idea. We are working on that. But it is too early to say what will be the concrete proposal.
Right. But the Power Minister has also said that, POWERGRID will fuel India's power sector growth. What is the CapEx plan, Mr. Jha, looking like for the next 2 to 3 years?
Okay, actually what is happening as on date, the projects which are in our hand is costing around 1,45,000 crores. This is the total project. Out of this 1,45,000, most of the project already started. We have already done the investment of 40,000 crores. That's how we need to invest 1,05,000 crores something in the next 3-4 years. This is our capex program for next 3-4 years. 1 lakh something. That is the capex. And that is the use. That's why Honorable Minister was saying it will change the shape.
Mr. Jha, are you adequately funded to meet your capex requirements?
Actually, what happened? You know that POWERGRID is most leveraged company. Generally, in our projects, near about 70% is the debt. And since we are the AAA credit rating, getting the loan on the bond, etc., we get a very comfortable rate. In total, if you see our debt, near about 25-30% we have the funding from the multinational agencies like ADB, World Bank, KFW, etc. And rest is the bonds. This is the debt. 70% of the project cost we are funding through the debt. 30% is through the internal resources that we have to generate. And this, we feel we are comfortable with the 1 lakh for 1 lakh crores. And this is the reason we have given a lot of focus on the capitalization. Last year we have capitalized 30,000 crore project worth. This year also we are going in the same order. And if this is possible, the return of this, whatever we get, the tariff, etc., will be sufficient to meet the internal resources for our next 1 lakh crore capex program.
In the overseas markets, which are the projects which are being executed, and what's the overseas market order book looking like?
Actually, what is happening that we have the huge presence. We are present in 18 countries. But if you see the revenue-wise, its share in our total revenue is quite small. Our core business is the transmission business in India. Its share is small because we have been mostly doing the consultancy project, which is the labor. We are taking the advantage of the talent what we have. We are leveraging it. Though we are doing in 18 countries, so many projects are going on. Some of the prestigious projects we have done, like the Ethiopia project management we have done. We have done the consultancy for Bangladesh HVDC. We have done the consultancy for Nepal connection. We have done the consultancy for the Bhutan, Kenya. So many countries we are going on. That's a number of projects we are going on. Now in future prospect, now we are a little bit more aggressive to increase the turnover also. So far, our presence was there due to consultancy. Bottom line was coming up, but top line is not so high. Now we are also considering to go for EPC. As the EPC agencies, we are bidding it. In coming 1 year, 2 years, our turnover will also go up. Share of the international vision certainly likely to go up. But still, our main core business will remain maximum share is for our transmission business in India because this is a huge task. That's our major focus is still the transmission business in India.
Right. So, Mr. Jha, on the telecom and consultancy business segments, is it safe to assume that the growth is going to be over 20% levels?
Yeah, actually you are giving the good answer. I was telling that if you see the total revenue, that percentage is small. But if you see in telecom business in itself, every year we are going by 20-30%. It will likely to continue. In this year also we are targeting to cross the 400 crore turnover in the telecom. Similarly, consultancy we are doing number of prestigious projects like 13,000 crore project we are doing under consultancy in Northeast states. 2,000 crore project we are doing the consultancy for JNK and connecting the JNK, the Kashmir with the Ladakh via Kargil. So many projects we are doing. there also we are expecting that our growth will continue to have 20%, more than 20%. But if you see the total base, POWERGRID, of course, major share will be our core business because that is also growing. Just you see that, I'm just giving the example, that in March 2014, our gross block in transmission, my core business, was 95,000 crores. Today it is 1,58,000 crores. See, this in 30 months, we have added near about 60,000 crores. And there is an estimate that, as I mentioned, that it may be double, like 3 lakh crores in 3-4 years. That's the core is the measure. That is our strength. That's why we are giving a lot of focus on the core business by increase the capital efficiency, by maintaining very well, so that it will remain the core. We are not diverting the focus. But the telecom and consultancy is likely to grow by 20% because its base is small.
Okay, Mr. Jha, we'll leave it at that. Thanks so much for joining in. I tell you what, just before we slip into that break, must mention that the indices, the benchmark indices have just cooled off completely, flat as flat can be, around that 8200 mark. But the broader markets are active, and that's no surprise. Third day in a row, I think it's coming up very, very well. Take a break, come back, and talk about a bunch of things with Adi Godrej, not just on the cash plan, but also on GST. I think the important voice.
In association with Brand Factory. Best brands, smart prices.
BSE presents Do's and Don'ts. Always deal with the market intermediaries registered with SEBI or BSE. Don't make investments based on rumors or tips. This Do's and Don'ts brought to you by BSE Investors Protection Fund.
A design perfected across studios in 3 countries. The best in features sourced from 8 countries. And testing of over 8 lakh kilometers in 3 continents. Yes, we've done whatever it takes to make the Hexa the Hexa. Tata Hexa, whatever it takes. Bookings open.
It has been an excellent program. We started this program from February and the team has visited various cities. I myself had attended one program here at Delhi, and I think the entrepreneurs as well as for the State Bank, it has been a very good initiative, and I am very happy that we got associated with this program.